we're here in Greenville with Dr. Cedrek McFadden, once again willing to join us as our 7 News medical expert and take your questions. You've been posting them on the Facebook page, and you can continue to post them there because he'll be back on next week as well. But let's talk a little bit about this first question from Terry. It says, are doctors and staff treating infected patients in local hospitals being restricted in terms of the number of N95 masks and gowns they get to use each day?
Well, we know there's a shortage of these supplies, and I think most folks are being very protective of what we're using, being conscious of making sure that we're not, using something once or twice or 3 times, and really having an idea that we're not going to be wasteful with products. But I think that's hospital specific that I don't know the answers to.
Gotcha. Well, Jean says, how do I know what I have isn't a chest cold or a head cold and not coronavirus? Yeah,
so coronavirus produces the fever, the coughing, maybe the shortness of breath or trouble breathing. If you're having sneezing, runny nose, watery eyes, scratchy throat, more of a sore throat, that may be more like a cold. And generally a cold peaks within 2 to 3 days, as opposed to coronavirus, which may take up to 14 days to peak.
Also, Sonia asking, how do we disinfect when there are limited supplies during the pandemic?
Yeah, so let's not forget about soap and water.
Yep.
That goes a long way. And another that people forget about is hydrogen peroxide. That can be used as a disinfectant in cases where you have limited amounts of products to do that.
One more option for us. All right, let's talk about Debbie's question. What medicine should you take on the onset of this virus beginning that'll help you if you have a case and you're able to stay home?
So there's no dedicated medication for the coronavirus. So it's the same as you would for any other illness. You take, plenty of liquids, rest, and using over-the-counter anti-cold products, Tylenol or those sorts of products.
Okay, and Kate asking, how does the virus affect otherwise healthy smokers?
So otherwise healthy smokers, so first of all, when we think about smokers, even if you don't have symptoms of having lung disease, by the fact that you're a smoker, your lung is already at a disadvantage. So in that regard, without having other illnesses, obviously that's a good thing, but just being a smoker already sets you up for having lungs that are not healthy.
And Deborah's asking, if we are exercising outside and we are 6 feet away from each other, not touching anything, should we be safe?
You should be safe, but you have to keep in mind that when you are outside, there are times which you do come in contact with folks, so you have to be very cautious, perhaps trying to exercise when there's fewer folks in the, in the streets or wherever you're going to be exercising, because you want to be careful that those contacts can still happen even if you're outside.
Dr. Cedrek McFadden, our 7 News medical expert, with your answers to the questions that you're asking. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you.